people who aren't used to the term reinforcement, talk to us about what reinforcement is and what principle of reinforcement we can be using today.
Okay, so basically reinforcement involves the fact that a behavior will be strengthened when a consequence that follows it is a reinforcer.
Okay.
So when people say reinforcement doesn't work, then that can't be true, because based on the principle of it can't be a reinforcer unless it increases a behavior. So that means they didn't really have a reinforcer.
Okay, but I'm going to make fun of you for a second, because my favorite thing in life to make fun of is when you ask somebody for the definition of something and they use the same word in the definition.
Sorry.
So, no, but that's okay. I think a lot of us know what reinforcement is, but on the off chance that somebody's watching who doesn't, what are we talking about?
So it's the process of strengthening a behavior and increasing behavior by delivering some consequence that is highly preferred that will increase it.
Okay, so if we can water that down a little bit, let's give an example.
So, for example, most people, one thing that there's something called a primary reinforcer. That means it's pretty much reinforcing to everybody. It's going to increase their behavior. So things like food. Okay. Most everybody will do anything for food. Not the same food, so the food that's going to increase my behavior might not be the same food that's going to increase your behavior. Okay. So you do have to identify individual characteristics or differences in what's going to work for me versus you.
So are we saying that if every time I make my bed, you give me butter pecan ice cream, and I happen to love butter pecan ice cream, then I am more likely to continue making my bed because I want to get the butter pecan ice cream? Is that about what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you get access to butter pecan ice cream freely and you can have it for not having to make your bed, then you probably wouldn't be motivated to make your bed.
But if the only time I get butter pecan ice cream is when I make my bed, and if in the beginning, every time I make my bed, you give me butter pecan ice cream, the likelihood is there that I'm going to be much more willing to make my bed than I would be if the butter pecan ice cream isn't there.
Yes. Do you like butter pecan ice cream?
I haven't had butter pecan ice cream in years.
Oh, okay.
It used to be my absolutely favorite thing, but I can't have sugar anymore. So, but I like to talk about it.
Right.
Because that's still reinforcing to me. I still like talking about butter pecan ice cream, but no.
But then another one is money. Pretty much people will do almost anything for money. It's a generalized reinforcer, and it will work for almost anyone who understands that.
When you say it's a generalized reinforcer, tell us what you mean by that.
That pretty much it's something that's been taught over time through conditioning and being paired with, when I get this, I can buy something else I want.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous because it's a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing actually about you go, ooh, this piece of paper, it doesn't make you feel better. But we all know that if I take this piece of paper that has money stamped on it, I can go get something that makes me go, ooh, I love that.
Yeah, and it's a conditioned reinforcer because it's been paired with the actual reinforcers that you buy with it.
Right.
And it just pretty much works for anyone who's ever been through that process. Obviously, young children, they don't get that yet. They need to have an experience and a history built up before it becomes conditioned.
But even young children like food, and they like toys. Mm-hmm. Toys can sometimes, not all the time. They don't necessarily always love toys. I shouldn't assume. Okay, so...
But one of the things that's difficult, people get confused with, is the difference between positive and negative reinforcement. Okay. That might be something that we want to...
I'm still confused about
discuss.
Yes.
Okay, so no matter what, if it's reinforcement, you're increasing a behavior.
Okay.
People get confused with negative reinforcement because of the word negative. They think right away that they're decreasing a behavior.
They think punishment.
Right. No. You think of reinforcement as strengthen. You are strengthening a behavior.
Okay.
Okay. Increasing. So positive reinforcement just means that you're giving someone a consequence. So you're adding a consequence. Think of positive as a plus and negative as a minus.
Okay.
So with the plus, you're adding something. You're giving someone something to increase their behavior.
Right. So I always think of the word paycheck or a reward for reinforcement, that, I got a paycheck for doing that.
Yeah.
Whether it's a real paycheck or just a different kind of paycheck, but I got some sort of reward for engaging in that.
But I like to associate the word positive with a plus and negative with a minus. In terms of plus is adding, negative is subtracting.
Right.
Okay? So for positive, I give you a paycheck, I give you something that you like based on your behavior, and your behavior should increase.
Right.
For negative reinforcement, I take something away that should also still increase your behavior.
Okay.
So I'm not going to want to take away something you like, because that would be punishment. I need to take away something you don't like.
So you might rip up one of my bills or pay it for me.
Yeah, I make your life...
instead of giving me a paycheck.
Yeah, I make your life less annoying or whatever.